For 20 years, Jeff Bezos built a fortress, a logistics empire so vast it felt untouchable. But while Amazon was perfecting the art of the two-day delivery, a shadow was growing in the east. It didn't start with warehouses or planes. It started with an obsession, a digital virus that turned the act of buying into a high-stakes game. In record time, it became the most downloaded app on the planet, outmaneuvering the Seattle giant at its own game. But there's a catch. You aren't just the customer. In the eyes of the empire behind the app, you are the product, the data point, and the pawn. Today, we step into the shadows of Temu and the secretive trillion-dollar giant pulling its strings. To understand Temu, you have to look at its parent, PDD Holdings. Founded by Colin Kwong, an ex-Google engineer who saw a flaw in the Western Internet. While Amazon is a search engine, PDD realized that people don't just want to find things, they want to win them. In China, they built Pinduoduo, a social commerce beast. But as the Chinese market saturated, PDD looked west. They rebranded, relocated their headquarters to Dublin, and unleashed Temu. But there's the unsettling part. While Temu presents a friendly, orange face to the world, its sister app, Pinduoduo, was flagged by security researchers for containing sophisticated malware. Malware capable of bypassing phone security to monitor other apps. PDD Holdings claims Temu is a separate entity, but the architecture remains the same. The engineers, the servers, the DNA of the code, it all traces back to the same source. When you download the app, you aren't just opening a storefront. You're inviting an entity with a history of digital intrusion into your pocket. Open the app, and you aren't in a store. You're in a digital casino. Flash deals, countdown timers, spin-the-wheel pop-ups that tell you you've won a $100 coupon if only you spend $40 more. Psychologists call this variable ratio reinforcement. It's the same mechanism used by slot machines to keep gamblers in their seats. Temu has weaponized dopamine to ensure that the moment you close the app, you're already thinking about the next win. But the house always wins. By making shopping feel like a game, Temu bypasses the logical part of your brain. You aren't buying a product, you're buying the rush. The $2 plastic egg slicer or the $5 smartwatch aren't the point. The score is the point. And it gets more aggressive. Temu turns its users into unpaid recruiters. To get the biggest free prizes, you have to spam your friends, your family, and your social circles. It's a pyramid of influence, where the currency isn't just money, it's your social reputation. How is it so cheap? How can a pair of shoes cost less than a cup of coffee in New York? The secret lies in a legal loophole called the Minimis rule. Most retailers ship in bulk, paying massive tariffs and undergoing rigorous inspections. Temu does the opposite. They ship millions of individual packages directly from factory floors in China to your front door. Because these packages are worth less than $800, they slip past U.S. customs, virtually tax-free. But there is a human cost hidden in the fine print. U.S. congressional reports have raised extremely high risks of forced labor within Temu's supply chain. By cutting out the middleman, they've also cut out the oversight. There are no third-party auditors checking the conditions of these factories. And then there's the environmental footprint. Thousands of planes every week flying half-empty boxes of disposable goods across the Pacific. It is the most inefficient, carbon-heavy way to shop in human history, fueled by a burn and churn philosophy that prizes volume over everything. Data is the new oil, and Temu is drilling deep. Their privacy policy is a labyrinth. They collect your IP address, your device ID, and your browsing history. But the real concern isn't what they take, it's where it goes. Under Chinese national intelligence laws, if the state asks for data from a Chinese-owned company, the company has no choice but to comply. It isn't just about what you buy, it's about who you are. Your habits, your location, your financial status. Some cybersecurity experts warn that Temu's aggressive data collection is a Trojan horse. While we're busy laughing at 90% off coupons, the empire is mapping the digital lives of the Western world. If the product is free or nearly free, you are being sold. Every click, every hover, every spin is a data point being fed into an algorithm designed to understand you better than you understand yourself. Temu isn't just a store, it's a masterclass in psychological warfare and logistics genius. It has outmaneuvered the giants and conquered the charts. But as the packages pile up on our doorsteps, we have to ask, in a world where everything is free, what are we actually giving away? Because in the shadows of the empire, nothing is ever truly a bargain. This is Empire Shadows. Subscribe or stay in the dark.